Unsere Rundreise führte uns von Dublin an die Westküste nach Lisdoonvarna. Von hier aus besuchten wir die wunderschöne Connemara. Über Ennis und Limerick ging es nach Tralee. Hier startete unsere Rundreise auf dem Ring of Kerry, eine der schönsten Küstenstraßen der Welt. Über Cork und Kilkenny fuhren wir dann wieder zurück nach Dublin. Der nächste Tag begann mit einer Stadtrundfahrt durch Dublin. Hier hatten wir auch ca. eine Stunde Zeit, die Stadt auf eigene Faust zu erkunden. Danach fuhren wir Richtung Westen und hatten unseren ersten Zwischenstopp in der kleinen Stadt Roscrea. Bevor wir in unser Hotel nach Lisdoonvarna fuhren, machten wir Stopp an den Cliff of Moher, eine beeindruckende, ca. 8 Kilometer lange Steilküste mit bis zu 215 Meter hohen Felsen.
Der Martin ist auch da.
Peitschenschnabberer.
Du bist gerade gefilmt.
Nur das Peitschenschnabberer.
Ja.
Am Abend bekamen wir in unserem Hotel sehr schöne irische Volksmusik und Tanz präsentiert. Am Dienstag unternahmen wir einen Tagesausflug durch die wunderschöne Heide- und Moorlandschaft Connemara. Wir besichtigten das Kloster Cullimore Abbey und waren am Abend im Nachbardorf Doolin in einem Singing Pub.
Weiter inland nördlich zu fahren, wo man also eigentlich fast ein bisschen außerhalb von den Hauptteil fährt. Aber
am a true Irishman, but there I wasn't born. I'm living here in places far across the native form. I'd like to sit and have a drink and tell me of me day. I am what I am, and I do not give a damn. I went to see me girlfriend and more just says do I go away and tread before you tell to me no lies. You score me name, but nothing but shame with your bed on your back. Get on your bike and hit the road, I won't be taking you back. Well, I am a true Irishman, but there I wasn't born. I'm living here in places far across the native form. I'd like to sit and have a drink and tell you of me day. I am what I am, and I do not give a damn. I went inside a session from night to early morn. The music got inside me, heart, me soul, it had to play. In between the fiddle and flute, a smile upon my face, and the emptiness inside me had the music did replace. Travel far and wide and wander off astray, but an Irishman, it's in his heart and there will always stay. I'll bring the spirit with me and wander far away, and I'll bring it back again, then I might just stay. Well, I am a true Irishman, but there I wasn't born. I'm living here in places far across the native form. I like to sit and have a drink and tell you of me day. I am what I am, and I do not give a damn. I am a true Irishman, but there I wasn't born. I'm living here in places far across the native form. I like to sit and have a drink and tell you of me day. I am what I am, and I do not give a damn. I am what I am, and I do not give a damn. I am what I am.
I've been a wild rover for many years. I've spent all my money on whiskey and beer. Listen, but now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I went into an alehouse I used to frequent. I told the landlady me money was spent.
Am Mittwoch verließen wir Lisdoon Varna, hielten kurz in Kilfenora und besuchten dort das Barron Center. Dann ging es weiter nach Ennis. Dort hatten wir auch Zeit, dieses hübsche Städtchen zu besichtigen.
She says I have whiskies and the wines of the best, and the words that you told me were only in jest, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I'll go home to my parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And when they've caressed me as oft times before, then I never will pay the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. One last time, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never.
Wir besuchten die Festungsstadt Limerick, suchten vergeblich die weltberühmten Verse, speisten aber dafür sehr gut und ausgiebig.
Oh, then tell me, Sean O'Farrell, tell me why you hurry so. Hush your vocal, hush and listen, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon, for the pikes must be together by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon, for the pikes must be together by the rising of the moon. Oh, then tell me,
Wir fuhren weiter Richtung Südwesten, machten Stopp im angeblich schönsten Dorf Irlands in Adare. Dann ging es weiter nach Tralee, wo unser nächstes Hotel auf uns wartete.
signal token whistle of the marching tune, for your pike upon your shoulder by the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon, with your pike upon your shoulder by the rising of the moon. Out from many a mud wall cabin eyes were watching through the night, many a manly chest was throbbing for the blessed warning light. Murmurs passed along the valleys like the banshee's lonely croon, and 1,000 blades were flashing at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, and 1,000 blades were flashing at the rising of the moon. There beside the singing river, that dark mass of men were seen, far above their shining weapons hung their own beloved green. Death to every foe and traitor, forward strike the marching tune, and hurrah, my boys, for freedom! 'Tis the rising of the moon, 'tis the rising of the moon, 'tis the rising of the moon, and hurrah, my boys, for freedom! 'Tis the rising of the moon. Well, they fought for poor old Ireland, and full bitter was their fate. Oh, what glorious pride and sorrow filled the name of 98. Yet thank God it still is beating heart in manhood's burning noon. Who could follow in their footsteps at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon? Who would follow?
Am Donnerstag fuhren wir in den Killarney Nationalpark und besuchten dort zuerst das Muckross Haus. Dann befuhren wir eine der schönsten Küstenstraßen der Welt, den 170 Kilometer langen Ring of Kerry. Wir machten Stopp in Waterville und sahen dort die Erben von Charlie Chaplin. Wir aßen in einem schönen Seafood-Restaurant in der Nähe von Stoneford und besuchten am Ende die kleine Stadt Sneem.
raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, the haunting children's rhymes, that once was part of Dublin in the rare old times. Ring a rosy as the light declines.
Kein Boot gehabt, man könnte Meeresfrüchte von den Felsen einsammeln. Der Seetang wird auch als Dunge gebraucht auf die Wiesen. Das wird immer noch gemacht hier, dass den Seetang eingesammelt wird von der Gemeinde und es wird dann als Dunge gebraucht. Es ist ganz mineralienreich. So man hat mehr von Natur, wenn man in der Nähe von der Küste ist. So hier sind die Mehrheit von den Häusern. Wann am Ende der Route wir oben
I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Oh, me name it is Sean Dempsey, as Dublin as could be, born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy, like my house that fell to progress, my trade's a memory. And I courted Peggy Dignan, as pretty as you please, I rogue and a child of Mary from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap with skin as black as coal, when he took her off to Birmingham, she took away my soul. Ring a rosy as the light declines. I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Oh, the years have made me bitter, the gargle dims me brain, 'cause Dublin keeps on changing and nothing seems the same. The pillar and the Met have gone, the Royal long since pulled down, as the grey unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. Ring a rosy as the light declines. I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Fare thee well, sweet Anna Liffey, I can no longer stay and watch the new glass cages that spring up along the quay. My mind's too full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old times. Ring a rosy as the light declines. I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Ring a rosy as the light declines. I remember Dublin city in the rare old times.
Am Freitag ging es dann wieder Richtung Osten. Wir fuhren von Tralee nach Cork, der europäischen Kulturhauptstadt von 2005.
Prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's car.
Von Cork aus fuhren wir weiter nach Kilkenny, wo wir das bekannte Bier unter diesem Namen vergeblich suchten. Wir fanden dafür jede Menge freundlicher Leute, und auch die Stadt war nicht ohne.
Songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. On your own now, give it a lash, here we go.
Wieder zurück in Dublin fuhr uns unser Bus am Abend in die Innenstadt, wo wir das Vergnügungsviertel Temple Bar besuchten. Nach kurzer Zeit fanden wir auch einen tollen Pub, Gogerty Pub. Hier verlebten wir ein paar schöne Stunden bei toller Musik.
By a lonely harbor wall, she watched the last star falling as the prison ship sailed out.
Welcome to An Evening in Gogerty's. This DVD shows a typical evening at the Oliver St John Gogerty's pub in Temple Bar, Dublin, Ireland. The evening starts downstairs with what is generally a quiet, mellow session for those who wish to have lunch or an evening meal, and of course a pint, whilst listening to great Irish music and song, and perhaps even some dancing.
There when the rain came down the day she asked me up to a flat downtown on my Sunday. I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? The hair was black and
For she lived in hope and pray, for her love in bodily vein. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Let's hear it now. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. One more last time, and let's hear it now. Well done. Thank you. Wonderful. Great stuff.
Hier nahmen wir dann lieber etwas flüssige Nahrung zu uns, wie wir es die ganze Woche über so gehandhabt hatten. Dann flogen wir über Frankfurt zurück nach Hamburg, wo diese schöne Woche Urlaub dann für uns alle wieder endete.